My devotion, the angel in her coffin. You've become bitter, not as history knows of you. Before I took on your task, I would not have imagined you to hold me hostage. To threaten someone. You've converted my aspirations into duties, however, and for this I must thank you. Ah, yes, and those duties include your pampering routine. So fitting of a deity, a Aeon. That the mortals shall serve you and follow you to the grave. Ironic, since you are the one in the coffin. But maybe we shouldn't follow you to the grave. After your work is done, no one shall die. And that's what I like about you. You're so considerate of the well-being of everyone. So altruistic. It's a goal that many would consider sick, twisted, but I'm confident that you can do it right. If anyone has such abundant power, surely at one point you must be able to put it to your intended use. The author of plagues. You can't help it. I know. All you want to do is to do it right. Shape the universe in your image of abundance. I, for one, agree. I've lost quite a few dear to me, and you know this. I trust that you will be able to prevent the remaining ones from slipping through the cracks once I fulfill my end of the contract. I might be just talking to myself. You're in hibernation, aren't you? Not fully conscious, but still able to process what I'm saying. Unable to respond, however. I fear that you are quite too weak to move your limbs. I know you've been wounded from your prior scuffles with the hunt. But I do have to say, you're quite beautiful, there in your silent repose. But maybe not so silent after all. They burn on my skin when you decide them to. And whenever my motivations stray too far from yours, or I get too ambitious, you'll tug them right back. I have to admit, I always am afraid of hurting you when I take care of you. I can't stand it when there's a speck of dust in my eye. I can't imagine how those organs must bother you, plastered so brazenly across your legs, forearms, and hands. I do not know whether you suffer these minor inconveniences in your current state, or whether it affects how you arise at your end goal. How you manifest. Oh no. Must I keep you at top condition in order for you to exact your plan? Don't worry, I won't skimp out. But judging by how tightly you are wrapping this vine around my neck, you'd rather stay at your best state regardless in order to experience a smoothest revival. A good reminder of my place. Yes, for your prior suffering, you should at least be pampered as such. Does it feel good? This cloth on your skin, brushing the dust out of each nook and cranny? I hope it is not too humid in here most of the time. I am not sure what you prefer, and how similar you are to a plant, for that matter. Or to the people you aim to govern. Or to anything else, really. You're kind of one of a kind. But in this corporeal form, I suppose I should be taking care of you as I should something fleshy of this plane. For the time being, anyway, I shall sorely miss, tidying you up after you reach your goal. I promise. I promise this is not empty flattery. I do admire you. Maybe hold you on a pedestal or in your little display case, but, you know, I do appreciate the time we spend together. And so it's also become a ritual for me to water you. You have to be composed of some plant. A sort of bath, I'll consider it. But I suppose humans don't absorb their baths, even though they do soak in them. Here you are. I enjoy looking at how the water pools around your curves, remains for a moment in certain depressions, and then it's gone, and your skin sparkles with life. Life. Oof. I dare not linger on this thought anymore, lest I somehow breach our contract and offend you. My devotion may be getting to a certain point. Have I missed a spot? Would you like some more water? Tell me, my Lady of Abundance, speak through the restraints you have forced upon me. Pulling me closer. Perhaps you'd like me to straighten your hair? After all, when you rise again, I'd assume you want to look your best. Lady Yaoshi, at this rate, I'll fall into the coffin. Oh, I see. Your touch is gentler this time, and the thorns bite with less ferocity. Surely you mean to reward me with something? Or have me express my devotion in another way? More intense, perhaps? Have I sullied your image? I will make it up to you. This is what you... Oh, I see much more clearly now. Is this endorsement, then? Maybe we should alter the contract a little. Or is this just an extension of my worship, my devotion? Instead of a kiss, perhaps I'd preferred another portion of your wisdom. Something to further my research with. I expected as much. No response. I guess that my work is finished here? Yaoshi, Lady of the Abundance. I beg you, absolve me of this mortal pain. As your servant, I'll do anything for you. I love you. I'll be at your feet. I'll carry out your will through any way you see fit. This traveling merchant is but a shell for someone broken, thirsty, parched of the spring of your wisdom. I need it. I need you. Your intentions are the most pure, and I envy your love for all things living. I sometimes imagine that you love me or confer me special treatment. There has to be a reason you've chosen me as steward of your pristine body. Excuse me. This traveling merchant has, lost his composure, his professionalism. I'm sure you didn't need to hear that, but I appreciate the favor that you shine upon me. Yes, that should be all. Done with my actual duties, I will now step away, cover you up, and we may revisit this another time, if you would like. I assume that I've not lost stewardship of you? I'm sorry, I cannot hold it when someone such as you graces me with your presence. You are simply too great and beautiful. Forgive me for my naivete.